Okay, this video is just gonna come from the heart. I have an idea that surrounds this video, but it's not scripted. So we're just gonna go with what I feel is coming up. Hi, I'm Denise. Welcome back. I'm an amateur for life. There's so much that I am learning, and I know that everyone else is learning too. So come along with me while we go ahead and explore together. So, just being. Something that I am trying to practice is just being. So that means just being myself, just being present in the current moment, just being where I am right now. And that is something that I think comes up a lot for people, right? Like there might be those who have so basic referencing the video. Wow, there's a lot happening right now. So referencing the video that I did a little while ago, not that long ago, there's a lot that comes up for people in the process of just existing. And I think a lot of times we're trying to meet ourselves somewhere. Like we're trying to look for the next accomplishment, or we're trying to figure something out, or we're trying to become a different version of ourselves. Me, I don't always hang out where I am. And I think the biggest example of this that I can find is the start of this YouTube channel. So I started with the name Amateur for Life because I realized in learning this process, I knew absolutely nothing. I did not know where it was going. I just had an idea. I had just a little bit going on in my personal life. Maybe I'll share that one day. In fact, we'll see. But I had a little bit happening that really made me think, all right, I need to shift focus here. I need to focus on something that I can create and evolve into. And I let the idea of Amateur for Life come from that, because in realizing I don't know anything about this process, some people make it look really easy and beautiful. I realized how hard, how many steps there are, and all the things that it entails, right? And I realized that there's so much. And I had an idea about this, right? I already knew that there was so much I didn't know in the world, but I realized how much I truly didn't know. And I then began to learn. And I became frustrated with my lack of knowing. So when it came to recording, I didn't realize how hard it was to just get yourself in front of the camera and talk to it. Even now, it's a little difficult. But I mean, I'm on video 4, but it's just, it's hard to start. It's hard to be in this novice stage. And I realized that I have always been in this novice stage. This is part of what the name entailed. This is what the name entailed for a reason. I realized that I felt this way when I started a new job recently, when I started my relationship. I am currently in a long-term relationship. I realized that I felt this way when I was moving from a different state to another state, back to this state. All did not happen at one time, but you get the picture. I realized this in many different realms of my life, and each time I would get frustrated and I would think to myself, I need to be X, Y, and Z. I need to feel this way, or it should look like this, or I should know this. And I am not a fan of the word should for a lot of different reasons, including it puts that pressure on you. But I also didn't realize that I was putting that pressure on myself. And instead of just enjoying it, there's so much in this process of creating this channel that felt really good. And I didn't always sit in it because I was telling myself, I would interrupt that feel good with, oh, but I should have already finished this, or I should have already edited everything out, or it goes on and on and on, right? And I'm reading a book called, I've read this book many times actually, but this is the first time I read it in respect to where I currently am in my life and creating this channel. It's called The Artist Way. It's by Julia Cameron. You can pretty much get it anywhere. I bought it off of Amazon years ago, and it talks a lot about the art of creation, or how to become in tune with your creativity. And she doesn't just talk about drawing or writing or really she doesn't focus on any particular way of creating. And so I think it could really be left up to interpretation for anything, including business owners, including, and she references that too, but it could be anything. And I realized how much I don't enjoy where I currently am. Not because I'm not having a good time, but because I am focused on what comes next. And I did that video about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I practice a lot of that, but in creativity and in becoming who I am, and in those stages and what I explained of constantly looking forward, I haven't always been enjoying the learning process. And I'm bringing this up because it felt important, not only to myself, but also maybe to someone out there, that it's not just you, and we can practice doing this together. And this is gonna, I feel like, be a constant in my life, right? Not just where I am now, but also in just about everything in life. And so I'm gonna encourage us to just be, and be in the joy of it, because there is a joy in creating. And I'll stick to the example of my YouTube channel now. There's a joy in learning how to create my own video. There's a joy in uploading it. Actually, I'll take that back. That's not my fun part. There is a joy in learning how to splice a video, add music to it, add effects. That was fun, and more. I'm not the most patient person, so the uploading aspect of it, not just to YouTube, but to like the computer, the drive, or any kind of space that I want to save it in, that's not my favorite. I think that's okay too. But there is a joy in finding that out. There is a joy in deciding on the final cut of something. There is a joy in deciding about the thumbnail. There's so much that brings joy. But this is true in every part of my life too. And I just want to encourage us to just be where we are without berating ourselves and telling ourselves that we need to go somewhere, be somewhere, do something bigger, better, different. And try and make this moment count. Just for you. And in my case, just for me. Because it's so important to just be. And that's really what I wanted to say very quickly on here. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope you gained something from this video. And if you're interested in seeing more as I continue to explore my own artistry and what this channel will become and who I will become, then like and subscribe, and we will see each other on the next one. Thank you. Bye.